Hey siblings, did you know that for every human on Earth, there's about 2.5 million ants? And more than 70% of all mammals are either bats or rodents. And beetles make up like 25% of all the animal species that we know of. Anyway, I wanted to just start the video with a few animal facts because I'm me. But also, I feel like crap. You know how it goes. Your nephew got an illness from the disease curating center he goes to known as a daycare. He comes home with the illness, he coughs in my face, wants to snuggle because he's not feeling very good, and then I come down with the sickness. On a different note though, did you know that like 75% of all academic papers are published in a place where you don't have access to it unless you happen to have a subscription or you're part of an institution that has an access agreement? Like if I wanted to view the article, an efficient, dense, net-based deep learning model for Big Four snake species classification, I would have to pay $31.50 since I'm not an institution like a college. And that's just to view the article. That's not like a subscription to Science Direct or anything like that where I'd be able to view others. That's just this one article and that's just to view it. So I might not even use the article in like a paper that I'm writing or just my general research. It might not have been worth my time, but I won't know that until I spend $31 for it. Anyway, colleges and research institutions pay a access fee to places like Science Direct so that their students are able to see that stuff. Obviously, those costs gets passed on to students. I get the reasoning, at least on paper, for it, is that it costs money to be able to do this. You've got the peer review process. You've got to actually publish it, the cost of publishing it, the cost of storing the information for that article. But it feels icky to me knowing that like 75% of the academic papers out there, a majority of people in the world are not going to be able to view or access. Especially when the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights says everyone has the right freely to participate in the cultural life of the community, to enjoy the arts, and to share in scientific advancement and its benefits. Additionally, a lot of these studies are publicly funded, at least in part, but then like the paper that's associated with the study or the research, most of the public can't access. And this is why over half of researchers have admitted to using some sort of a shadow library like Library Genesis or Sci-Hub that gives people access to these paywalled articles for free. Now, these shadow libraries are constantly being sued across the world for copyright infringement because, you know, piracy is generally viewed as bad, unless, of course, it's Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. But I think more importantly, it highlights like an issue in society and the fact that we want people to know more things. We want them to have more information. We want them to be educated, but then we wall off the resources for them to accomplish that. People want public funds going to research, but then wall off the public from being able to see the results of the research that they funded. Anyway, we've got lots of things to work on, and to sum it up, you totally shouldn't use a shadow library like Library Genesis or Sci-Hub like over 50% of researchers have, because that would be bad, right? Right?